Cookies. We love them, we hate them, or we completely despise them. Seriously. I mean, like, everyone has had a cookie once. Your Kit Kat cookie, your Oreo. But what is the best cookie? What is the best one, in my opinion, that I could say is good? Well, today, we'll be doing a cookie tier list, which means that every time I make this video, I'm gonna go a little bit more insane. Also, you can tell when I jump cut because of the light. I'm losing the light now, so that's be fun. If you like this video, don't forget to like and sub, helps the channel out. Seriously, I do stupid stuff like this all the time. I'm mixing my content up a little bit. I don't want to do music. I want to do ton of other stuff. So let's get started, shall we? So we have our cookie tier list. We have God tier, the greatest, above average, basically average, below average, I wouldn't eat that, rather eat sand, never tried. Now, I'll be fully honest, I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm probably gonna rank all these in a very weird way, but don't hate me. So we're gonna go in order from just the top all the way to the bottom, just because I feel like that's the best way to do it. Let's start with Strooper waffles. I have never tried these. I think they're coffee cakes, but I'm not fully sure, so never tried. These. What are these? I don't know what these ones are, so we're just gonna go on never tried. Chesman. You never really... You're below average. Like, hear me out. Chesman is the kind of cookie you would have once, and then you'd realize how it is, and then never have it again. Either that, or you have it a few times and get hooked on it. Which, they're not bad. I would give them below average. No. I'm not eating those. No. Okay, Swedish Fish Oreos. That is a weird take on Oreos. No. Absolutely not. Fig Newtons. I think they're average. I'm redoing my list because I had all of these again. A few of these that were in stock. So, I mean, I have them when I'm at work. So, grasshoppers. Rather eat sand. First cookie in the rather eat sand category. Because here's the truth. They're not good. These cookies. I think these are specifically here. They're average. I mean, I can get them at Publix pretty easily, so they're pretty average. Oatmeal cookies. I'm not eating that. Seriously. If you feel like eating oatmeal, cookies, you deserve to go to prison. Either that or you deserve something way worse than death. I swear to God. People who love oatmeal cookies, I hope you just... Christmas cookies. Those are above average. If you ever had a good Christmas cookie, you would fully understand. I'm putting gingerbread with Christmas cookies. But... delicious. Love them. Oh, I love them so much. No. I'd rather eat sand. This is another kind of cookie that I would never eat, and I've had once in my life. Biscoff. They're above average. I mean, I have them at home. If I have a good cup of coffee in the morning, I can just have Biscoff. Which, I guess they're cookies? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be fully honest, I don't know if Biscoff is actually a cookie or if Biscoff is straight up just like a cracker, because it's like a mix of both. They're tart, but yet they're sweet, and it makes no sense. Yeah, so they're above average because you can eat them with, Four of these are the first God tier cookies. Now, these are also Christmas cookies, but these are the tin. We're gonna move the tin also because these are the first 5 God tier cookies. Now, hear me out. Why are these God tier? You'll be wondering and questioning. Have you ever had one of these and said, I'm just gonna stick with one? Oatmeal raisin cookies. Rather eat sand. Fortune cookies. Below average. Fortune cookies are overrated. People want them to be like, oh, they're the best cookie out there. They aren't. They're more of like, um, they're more kind of like the feeling when you have the cookie. When you have fortune cookie, you feel nothing after. You see a little piece of paper, you shove it in your wallet, and eventually it falls out and you completely forget about it. That's all they are. Coconut Dream. I have never had Coconut Dream because I never had this one. But they sound gross and I don't like them. Raspberry and vanilla. I feel like that's an average. You know what? I'll be genuine. I've never had them, but they sound good. They get above average. They sound kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. White chocolate chip. My brother in Christ, welcome to the greatest. Each Oreo is weird. I mean, if we're gonna start with Oreo, might as well start with classic Oreo. I mean, if we're gonna start with that, because Oreo Thins are the bootleg of it, they're the greatest. They're one of the best cookies out there. They're good with milk. They're good with coffee. They're good with, like, you know, if you're tired in the middle of the night and you have some munchies. They're great, and I love them. Oreos are good, and they get the greatest. But there is an Oreo that is better than that of regular Oreos. Stuffed, baby. Double stuffed gets a god tier. Now, you might be wondering why am I giving the double stuffed the god tier instead of the regular. It's because double stuffed had the perfect amount of cream. At the perfect amount of cream and with the perfect amount of cookie. If you could basically make double stuffed with one cookie and have a spare one after, but then you'll be wasting a cookie. You're not just going to eat the dry cookie style thing after. But hey, here's the thing. With double stuffed, you don't have to worry about wasting it. You just can indulge in the cookie, indulge in the gluttony. I don't know. It's delicious. It's good. It tastes amazing, and I love it. Seriously, I love them. They get an absolute god tier. Wafers. They get an average. I'll be honest, it's kind of a downer, but these are average. Like if my dad used to work as the boss of a company and he used to have a vending machine in the company. Weird. They get an above average. They aren't as good as Oreos. They aren't as good as the original Oreos, but they're also not as bad. They're also not average. I think they just get like your standard, they're average. They're above average. They're pretty good. Vienna fingers. Oh boy. I'm gonna get some controversy. I think they're better than Oreos. I think Vienna fingers are better than Oreos. They're better than vanilla Oreos, okay? They're the greatest. They are delicious. They are easy to bite on. Do they have the same consistency as Oreo? No, absolutely not. They deserve maybe a little bit more, but they're still very good, and I like that. All right. Oreo Thins. I think this is something else. Still rather eat sand. I will never eat. You will never catch me in my life eating Oreo Thins. I will never do that. I'm an American, not a European. This. I've never tried whatever the hell these are. They look gross. Animal Circus crackers. I'm kind of stuck between giving it the greatest and putting it in average. You know, it's average. I used to eat these as a kid. I remember coming home from school and seeing that bright red packaging on the kitchen table. And you know what? That made me happy. I didn't care that they were average, that they didn't have much flavor to them, but God did I love them. Like, if they were not sweet, they were animal crackers. I mean, I don't know if they count as cookies, but they were delicious. Chips Ahoy Original. You know what? The greatest. This goes with the original Oreo, where it's original chocolate Oreo, where it's good, it's crunchy, and it's great with milk. You also make a bunch of really good a lot of good desserts with these by themselves, so Yeah, pretty good. Chips Ahoy. You get yourself a, the greatest. I like grandmas. They're pretty good, but they're below average. Look, I'll be honest, that sweet old grandma probably took her time to bake those cookies. And I love them. They're delicious. They're tasty. My alarm's going off. They're tasty. They're good. They're crunchy. I love them. But they're just below average. It has missed the mark by this much. They just miss it. I don't hate them. Golden Oreo. Golden Oreo, you get yourself an average. Now, like I said, they're average. You can probably eat them. Like, I love Golden Oreo, but I can't put them above average because they're too sweet. They don't have a contrast. Unlike Vienna Fingers, where the cream is just is like a more sweeter feeling. Oreos have that cream. The cream is still the same. So it's just the cookie is vanilla and the cream is vanilla. So you don't really have a difference, rather than a chocolate having a chocolate and a vanilla, which makes it unique. Famous Anus. I don't have any words other than the greatest cookie out there. Pretty good. I will definitely say would eat these if I could, but I don't know where to buy them. So moving on. Teddy Graham. No, Teddy Grahams aren't even cookies. They're Teddy Grahams. They're not cookies. Why are they in this list? Fudge Stripe Mint? Ew, I'd rather eat sand. That sounds gross. Chocolate and mint is not mine. Chips Deluxe. Chips Deluxe, baby. I don't know what to do with you. We're gonna put you in above average. Chips Deluxe is the overkill of Chips Ahoy. Because Chips Ahoy, you get the right amount of chocolate and the right amount of cookie. It's a yin-yang. You get the perfect amount of cookie and you get a perfect amount of this. With Chips Deluxe, you get a little bit too much cookie. You get too much chocolate and not enough cookie. And it's like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but they're also a little bit chewy, and I don't like that, but I don't really hate them, so they also will probably get just above average. I don't really hate them. I don't. These, I regard these as the stupid Christmas things that you get your friends or your family if you don't want to get them something sweet. You put them in a bowl. They won't half get eaten, the rest get thrown away. I don't like them. I sell them at work, and I don't eat them. I don't like them. They're kind of gross, and I don't really like them at all. Get better flavor, please. And last of all, the last choice, Nilla. If you've never had these are going in God tier. If you never had a Nilla, you probably never had childhood. I remember so many days of coming home from school and having a small bowl with Nella in them. Basically, what Nellas are, they're like this big. Literally this big. Compared to my head, they're this big. Maybe this big. They're not very big. They're like a medium small size, and they come in a bag of like 100 of them. And what you do is you don't even need milk for these. You just bite them, and they're like pure vanilla. And it is absolutely freaking incredible. I love them. But yeah, that's my tier list right there. We have God tier, which has all of the Christmas cookies, double stuffed Oreo, and Nillas. And you have the greatest, which are just God tier, minus this one. This one I'm going to put last. I don't like this one. But yeah, that's about it, and I'm going to end the video. So yeah, that's how I think cookies are. Yeah, yes, I get it. This is a redo of a list I did before. I know, I get it. It happens. I get it. I redid the video from a long time ago, and I redid it again with this. but I liked it. It was a fun video to do, and I'm so glad I could revamp and redo certain things. Could I definitely improve on my list later? Yes, absolutely. But I think this one is pretty good for now. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and sub, help the channel out. I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.